Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're taking a really fascinating look at, well, the subtle art of politely ducking out of commitments.
Yeah, getting out of things gracefully.
Exactly. And our main source here is episode 88 of English with Confidence. It's
Okay.
like packed with strategies for declining obligations without causing a fuss.
Right. Seems like the mission then is to help you, the listener, kind of decode this language, spot it, understand it, maybe even use it.
Maybe. It definitely makes you think about those phrases we all hear, like, why does "let me check my calendar" almost never result in checking a calendar?
Or the classic, I'll let you know what's really going on there.
Yeah, and the sincerity level of, I wish I could. We've all said it,
Oh,
probably.
absolutely.
Sure.
So by the end of this, you should have a much clearer picture, right? We'll break down the three levels of avoidance the source talks about
Decode those phrases that sound positive but mean. Well, not much.
and figure out why saying you're swamped is such a universal get out of jail free card.
Okay, let's jump into those levels. The source material starts with the soft approach. They call it the maybe later fake out. Sounds about right.
It really does. It's that feeling of pushing it off indefinitely, like, I'd love to, but maybe next month.
Ah, the classic. And the source basically says, translation, next month is also a no.
Pretty much. It feels gentler. Avoids that direct no, keeps things sort of friendly on the surface.
But the intention is clear if you know the code.
Yeah.
And what about, let me check my schedule?
Oh, yeah. That's the other big one in this
The
category.
source jokes that the schedule is probably blank anyway.
Right. It's pure delaying tactic. You say it, hope the requester forgets or the moment passes, buys you time, avoids confrontation.
Okay, so that's the soft approach. Then we move into the neutral tier, the redirect, I think they called it.
Exactly, the redirect. This is less about your schedule and more about subtly shifting the burden elsewhere.
Like when someone asks you to do something, you say, oh, have you asked Sarah?
And the source has that funny translation. Let Sarah suffer.
Huh? A bit harsh, maybe, but it gets the point across. It's essentially saying, not my problem, but, politely.
It diffuses it, takes the focus off you, and then there's the ultimate neutral, vague response.
Don't tell me. I'll let you know.
You got it. The source just nails it. You probably will never know.
Yeah, it sounds like they will follow up, but yeah. It's an exit ramp. Offers closure without commitment.
Okay, so soft, neutral. What's the final level? The escape hatch.
The oh hell no tier. Emergency exit. These are the ones that, even dressed up politely, signal a hard pass.
And the prime example has to be, I wish I could.
Right. The source adds that silent part. But I really, really don't wish I could.
It hits that social expectation, doesn't it? You sound regretful, even if you're secretly relieved.
Totally. And then there's the slightly more dramatic version. Like the source mentioned someone saying,
Fully booked until 2025, when the
Yeah.
source was from 2024.
yeah, that kind of exaggeration. It just screams, no way, Jose. Signals zero capacity.
And that listener story they included was wild. The person who said, I'll think about it for a project.
Oh, right. And then got hounded daily and actually changed their number.
Yeah. It's extreme, sure, but it shows how much people sometimes want to avoid just saying a simple no.
Okay, so we can spot these levels, but how do you actually deliver the refusal while sounding, genuinely sorry? The source had tips for that too, starting with the fake busy shield.
Ah, yes. The classic, I'm swamped right now.
It works every time, doesn't it? The source cheekily suggests the person might just be watching Netflix.
Hey, could be. But busy is just, it's respectable. It's a valid excuse in our culture, isn't it?
Definitely. Then there's the blame external forces trick, shifting responsibility.
Right, like the example, my dog has therapy that day.
And a little note, you don't have a dog.
Exactly. It's maybe slightly less honest, but it creates this external conflict that's supposedly out of your hands, deflects personal responsibility.
And the third tactic, the vague future promise, escape.
Very similar to the soft avoidances, but maybe even more open-ended.
So, let's revisit this later.
Translation, according to the source, let's never revisit this. It just pushes it off forever, kills the conversation without a firm no.
Leaves that tiny, annoying sliver of false hope sometimes.
It can, yeah. Oh, and the pro tip they gave was good.
Which one?
Always start with something positive. Oh, that sounds amazing. Or, wow, great idea, before you hit them with the but.
Ah, right. The softener. Makes the refusal land a little easier.
Good point. And it gets even more interesting when you look at cultural differences, which the source touched on too.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Well, apparently, in American English, saying I'd love to can often, subtly mean I wouldn't.
Really? So it's like politeness over literal truth.
Seems that way sometimes, whereas the British, I'll see what I can do.
Let me guess. Means I won't do it.
Often, yeah. It implies consideration, but the intention isn't really there. Manages expectations downwards, subtly.
And for our Australian listeners.
Yeah, nah, flat out. Which the source translates pretty directly as never in a million years.
Huh. Much more direct. Even if it's informal.
And that listener hack, scheduling fake dentist appointments.
Oh, I loved that. So creative. Shows the lengths people go to have a believable out.
Right. So, okay, now for the listener challenge. Time for you listening to put this into practice. A bit of field work.
Become an avoidance spy for the week.
Okay, mission 1. Spot a fake commitment. Hear someone say, let's definitely do this soon, and just, make a mental note of whether soon feels like never.
Task 2. Test the fake busy shield. Next time you need an out, try casual, oh, I'm just buried right now. See how it feels, how it lands, even if buried means under a duvet.
Huh. And finally, task 3. Deploy. I'll let you know. Use it once this week when asked for something. Consciously decide not to follow up. Just observe. A little experiment in the art form.
And remember that success story from the source avoiding the potluck by saying, I'm fasting.
Yeah. And getting praised for discipline. Sometimes these little white lies, or avoidances, work out surprisingly well.
So, wrapping up this deep dive.
Yeah.
We've kind of journeyed through this whole world of polite refusal, haven't we?
Definitely. Covered the levels, the key phrases, the cultural bits, and gave you a little mission.
So here's that final thought to maybe chew on. Now that you're more tuned into this language, think about it. How often do you use it? But also, how often is it used on you?
What does that tell us about how we communicate? Those unspoken rules, the dance we do to avoid saying no directly.
It's quite revealing when you start noticing it everywhere.
It really is. And next time, we're shifting gears a bit.
Yeah, next time we're exploring how to sound like a leader without leading.
Because just saying, let's circle back, doesn't quite cut it, does it?
Not really. Should be another interesting one.